Chairman, and distinguished members of the Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigation, I am pleased to testify at your request at this hearing on circumstances surrounding the recent U.S. Supreme Court's ruling invalidating the National Collegiate Athletic Association television football contracts and the consequences it has on the nation's colleges and universities. Today, I'm attempting to speak for the 400 members who have not been included in the television package. From the offset, let me be emphatic in saying that after 42 years of coaching football, I do not feel that there is any other organization that has the sensitivity possessed by the NCAA for controlling and enforcing college and university athletics. I strongly feel that the court's decision abolishing central NCAA control of television will destroy the very structure of college athletics. This is not a criticism of the court's decision based on law. Rather, it's a reflection of my experience with the NCAA football television program over the last 30 years, and its great common concern for all of its membership. When I speak of common concern for its membership, I'm talking about academic standards, government aid to athletes, enforcement, recruiting, eligibility, discipline of members, and ethical conflict. Here are a few facts to support this contention. In 1982, $53.7 million went to Division A. We were fortunate because of NCAA organization and is concerned about the membership that we in Division 1-2A received $4.3 million for television appearances and $750,000 for additional semifinals and championship playoff games. Of course, you know that we are not fortunate enough to have the opportunity to play in the postseason games like the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl and etc. But this organization made provisions for us to have playoff games so that after the end of the season, those with outstanding records could take part in a championship playoff. In the same year, the schools within Division II for appearances received $270,000 and $520,000 in playoff money. And the Division III received $90,000 in appearance fees and $150,000 in playoff money. Gentlemen, from the foregoing, I have provided an objective, comprehensive overview of how the NCAA provided access to the television marketplace for all segments of its membership. It was good for college athletics and was reflective of the democratic process. To some degree, everyone received a piece of the pie. Contrast this with the present college football division package. We lost at a minimum, this is 1-2A, $7,800,000 with the termination of the NCAA program and will get nothing in return. Indeed, everybody loses because television packages negotiated with the networks this year by the larger schools would be well below that was received by the NCAA last year. Not only do hard times loom ahead for Division 1A, Division 2 and 3, but members of Division 1A schools face some of the similar problems. The revenue from television has been the lifeblood for Division 1, 2A leagues like our conference. Naturally, the loss of these revenues will have a devastating effect. It will force curtailment of a number of programs and create funding problems for federal compliance with things like Title IX. We have to deal with declining student enrollment and reduce public funding on college revenues. We will not have an opportunity to get the good public relation that is typical of a regional television game or the national television game. So it stands that we are naturally locked out.
Yeah. And now, years later, it's done. Let's talk about it. Please. The NCAA and Judge Claudia Wilkin approved a deal between the NCAA and the most powerful conferences and lawyers representing all D1 athletes. The House v. NCAA settlement ends 3 separate antitrust lawsuits, all of which claim the NCAA was illegally limiting the power of college athletes. So what does this all mean, people? Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The NCAA will pay back nearly $2.8 billion in damages over the next 10 years to athletes who competed in college at any time during 2016 to the present day. Moving forward, each school can pay athletes up to a certain limit. The annual cap is expected to start at roughly $20.5 million for 25 to 26 school year and increase every year during a decade-long deal. These new payments are in addition to scholarships and other benefits they already got. So, ESPN claims it's historic. Former college basketball star Sedona Price, one of the co-lead plaintiffs in the lawsuit, it seemed like a crazy, outlandish idea at the time, but what college athletics could and should be like, it was difficult to process, but now it's going to change millions of lives forever. People, yes, ball for kids getting paid. Ball for kids making the money they need to make. But don't act like this shit is new. They've been trying to get rid of the FCS since they started the FCS or NCAA. Oh, sorry, 1AA. They've been trying to get rid of these smaller schools, smaller programs, smaller leagues, forever. Would it be with TV deals? Would it be with around a $20 million salary cap? How many schools do you know on the FCS level have a $20 million salary cap? Who see $20 million a year besides Sacramento State? See, here's the problem we're going to have. These schools, the ones that may potentially get the $20 million, have to choose. Conferences like the Big East will focus mostly on basketball. The MEAC is mostly a basketball conference. Let's be honest about that. Are these schools going to dunk football? Because you know football is supposed to be the money generator, right? But as my man, the legend, late great Eddie Robinson said back in '84, these smaller schools were already being shunned out of the big TV contracts. That was over 40 years ago. Well, after 40 years of not getting a big time contract, now you're telling them to put $20 million up, go ahead and have a salary cap? Not gonna happen. If you want to see what college football was like in the 90s, you want to see what college football was back in the 80s, where you had true student athletes who were not getting paid a lot of money. Let's be honest, some were getting paid under the table, like SMU. But kids not getting paid lots of money, you're gonna come into FCS. That's for true college athletics are gonna be. But you gotta understand, you have talent that shows itself on the FCS. There is nothing like another school calling them while they're at a game, while they're doing practice. Hey, we'll give you a couple meals. Come ride the bench at LSU. We'll give you a couple 100,000. Come ride the pine at Alabama. That's what these kids are gonna get. It's gonna be the end of the FCS. Hope I'm wrong. We'll see. Coach Simmons, you have a wonderful day. RIP FCS football. I'm out.